Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Wicked Wild Campfire Tales. Uh, what I think only people can describe the show as now is just pure, utter, whimsical chaos. Joining me tonight, as always, is Jeff. How are you doing, Jeff?
Doing pretty good until I jumped on here and found out you were recording stuff tonight. So
That's a little,
Boom, roasted.
that's a little hurtful. That's a little hurtful.
No, I'm doing okay.
You're good. Hey, Jeff, can I ask you a question?
You're going to anyway. So what's up?
I'm going to. If someone said, "Hey, I have a hotel,
Mhm.
and like 4 months out of the year, there's so much snow, people can't stay in it," would you just stay in there and not leave for 4 months, just make sure the place is okay?
No,
You
nope,
wouldn't do it?
I will not do that. Doesn't
Well-
seem like a good idea.
What if they're like, we got Wi-Fi? You just gotta make sure the water
Who
pipes
else?
don't
Who
freeze.
else is going to be there with me?
Me?
Like a no, definitely not.
Just killed that concept.
All right. Well,
I mean, am I getting paid for this, or is this?
Well, yeah, they're not gonna have you stay for free. They're
Oh,
like,
all right,
they're
well,
like, we'll
I
give
mean,
you $50 a week, but we cover all the food.
Yeah.
And on Fridays you can order pizza.
Let me ask you: do I currently have a job, or am I some hobo? Because
You're a hobo. You're a
oh
hobo.
yeah, if I was a hobo, yeah, that's for sure.
Now, what if they go, oh, by the way, might be haunted?
It's not real, so
Oh, okay, so you'd be fine.
yeah, that'd be good. Mhm.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, fair enough. Also joining us tonight is Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Doing well. It's me. It's Davey D. Lousy with fertility.
That made
Oh.
me uncomfortable. And I wish I'd never heard those words.
Now they're with you, though.
Nope, I'm gonna try to forget them. Hey, Dave, can I ask you a question?
They're on record.
Sure.
Dave, say you agreed to watch a hotel during the winter months where no one could stay there.
I would 100% take this gig. Yes.
All right, you say that, right? First night, you're just out, kind of walking around, stretching your legs, nighttime. You walk into a room and you feel someone grab your tushy. You turn around, there's no one there. Are you gonna run out fright, or are you just gonna see what happens?
I'm not running out. It's the most action I may have gotten in a long time.
All
See where the night takes us.
Fair enough. All
Maybe
right.
the next night I wear something a little fancier, a little lacier, a little slinkier.
Oh. So
Like,
you're
oh,
just gonna embrace
Drop
it.
my pen.
The soap is so slippery.
This is crazy.
I feel like it'd be weird if you just like walked into a room like with a pen. You're like, oh, of all things, I dropped my pen.
How am I gonna write my letter?
You don't know my life.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right. Well, hey, the reason I asked you, you fine gentlemen, this is, as you know, last week on the main show, we covered The Shining. So this week, I thought we'd take a deep dive in what was the basis of Stephen King when he wrote the book, talk about the haunted Stanley Hotel. Have either of you gentlemen heard of this hotel?
I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
Well, you're in for a treat. I know Dave's heard of it. He's
No, I've never heard of it. What
his
is it?
background currently on his computer is him standing in front of the hotel.
Wait, what's a hotel?
Hotel? Oh, that's a place where you buy drugs.
No.
Whoa. Wow.
What?
That's not me or the Stanley Hotel. I don't know what you're looking at.
It's an optical illusion.
Exactly.
It's all a construct.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, so I thought we'd talk about the real legends that inspired this little tale. This one's a doozy.
The what hotel? What's it called again?
So the Shining,
The Stanley.
the Stanley
Stanley
Hotel.
Kubrick Hotel.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. So to give you a little backstory, while Stephen King was writing The Stand, him and his wife decided they wanted to have a weekend alone together, away from their kids, kind of as a break because he'd been busy writing. So they took a trip out to Colorado to the. It's weird because like when he described it, he's like the famous hotel, but at this point in like the 70s, wasn't really famous. It kind of grungy and gross. But when they got there to make reservations, they found out that it was their last weekend they were open for the season for winter, and that there was not going to be a single other guest in the hotel because everyone pretty much left that was staying there to make their way back home. That night, Stephen King famously tells a story how he went to bed and had the most, or while he was there, some of the workers told them about how the hotel was apparently haunted. And that night, when he went to sleep, he had the most lucid dream of a fire hose coming to life and chasing his child through the hotel. He woke up in a cold sweat, scared. So he sat at the end of his bed and lit a cigarette. And by the time that cigarette was done, he had the outline of The Shining, uh, wrote up in his head.
I think the part of that story you're leaving out is the brick of cocaine he did before he went to bed.
Well, I was gonna try to be a little, I was gonna be a little bit ginger about that, but yeah, he probably did do a brick of cocaine around that time. Yeah, that probably happened. Well, when The Shining came out, he told people about this story, and the locals in Colorado around this hotel, which is, I believe, in Estes Park, or however you say that.
Estes.
They had known the legend. Well, as when King went out, told people, it kind of revitalized the hotel, which was dying at that point. As many people came to experience the ghosts themselves and kind of see what was going on. But I think what you'll find as we go through this tonight, probably the scariest thing to happen in that hotel is the dream Stephen King had.
Eli, are you okay? This is the most jaded I've heard you in a long time.
I growing up, I've watched many documentaries and stuff on the Stanley Hotel and like ghost hunting shows. And I let's just say when I went triapsing through this little legend, I was expecting to walk through the gates of hell. And I think I found myself back on Donkey Lady Bridge.
Oh, was your car all dented up?
It was. I had little hoof marks in it. So to give you a little background into the hotel was built in 1909.
That's not even that old. It
No.
doesn't even seem old enough to be haunted. I mean,
Well, wait till I tell you what's occurred. Okay.
Okay.
The man that built and opened it was a vendor named Freeland Stanley. Reason he went out there was he somehow came to the idea that he was going to die soon and decided he wanted to spend his last year in a beautiful place. So he went to Estes Park with his wife. And after a year, he realized, oh, I'm not dying now. And so he decided to build a hotel and open it. Some people describe him as a kind of a mean, cantankerous, hard man to work for. Others kind of describe him as a bumbling, eccentric gentleman.
Neither of those are great. I'll put it that way.
No, but like, well, for people to kind of like describe him as a devil, when we get to a certain point, I think you're gonna see. I don't think he was that bad.
I just hope. I mean, my aspiration, if we're totally being transparent, is I want to get to the age where I have permission to be the eccentric old weird dude.
I don't think you need permission. I do it.
I need
now.
to grow up to. I need to grow
No.
into my personality.
Just do it. Just do it. I do it.
Okay.
I consider myself eccentric.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you.
that's not the word I'd use, but okay.
So he built a hotel, and actually for the time, it was considered one of the grandest modern hotels in the U.S. It had almost a classic estate look, but it included things like modern plumbing, and modern bathrooms, electricity, telephones, and the thing that really surprised people was that the maids and cooks all wore professional uniforms. That was one of the selling points. Hey, come stay at our hotel. All of our employees wear the same outfit.
Was that like a new thing back then, or?
Apparently.
I feel like that doesn't seem like that's that big a deal.
Well, that was one of their selling points.
Okay.
Remember, this is Colorado. This isn't like
Well,
LA
yeah.
or New York or
That's
something.
true. It's true.
Nothing against our Coloradans. I love you. One of my favorite states in the union, but yeah, they don't have a ton of fancy
Dang.
places.
I was
Okay.
gonna say they ain't fancy.
Mhm.
Well, this place was fancy. And as soon as it opened, the hotel was a booming. Very popular hotel. Then like towards the like after he died and then like with the other owners and like once you got the 70s, it was kind of like dying. It was a dump. And then, like I said, Stephen King's story kind of revitalized it. Now it's a hopping place. The tales they try to tell you is that this hotel is plagued with tragedy and death. It's a little weirder than that. There was an accident in the hotel. A couple years after it opened, the electricity went out and there had to be some repairs. They weren't sure when the electricity was going to go back on. So Mr. Stanley thought it'd be a good idea. He's like, I'm going to put gas lamps in all the rooms so that way people can have gas lamps and have light. Somehow in one of the rooms, when they went to extinguish the light, they took out the flame but forgot to turn the gas off. And so gas was just building up in this room.
A bomb was being created.
Unfortunately, a maid went to check on the room and clean it up after a couple days of it building up gas. Opened the door, lit a candle, and it went off like a bomb. People say a bathtub shot out of the wall way up in the air and then fell on the lawn. It actually destroyed 10% of the hotel.
Wow.
She did not die.
She gets a raise.
She was in a coma, though, for 2 years. Woke up and decided, I want to go back and work at the hotel where she worked for almost 50 years.
I wish there were more people like her.
Yeah. Well, apparently she really loved this hotel.
Bold move, yeah.
Because after she died, or she retired, short later she died. People say her ghost haunts the hotel, which will come to our first ghost tale.
So did she die in the hotel?
No, she did not. She it exploded. She
was fine.
Coma for 2 years.
Lived for another, worked there for another 50 years.
Retired. Went home.
Okay. And then died. Okay.
And then haunted the hotel.
Well, they like to make you think it was haunted. Guests report that sometimes they see her ghost walking the halls, but that's not the most terrifying part. Many guests have claimed that they've gone to bed with a messy room, and when they woke up in the morning, their room's been clean. No!
Wow. That's absurd.
Like I said, I want these ghosts. I need them in my life.
That's not the worst. That's not the worst thing she's done.
This is her.
The most terrifying thing guests have claimed.
I named that file Eli, by the way.
That's rude. That's rude. Yeah, that ugly picture back here. That's rude. The most terrifying thing, guests have woken up frightened in the morning because they've woken up and they feel like they're trapped in their bed and they realize their bed was made around them.
Dun dun dun.
She makes the bed in the middle of the night while you're sleeping in it.
My wife's done that before, but it's mainly just fluffing the pillow and accidentally holding it on my face for.
Oh, that makes sense.
She's like, "Oh, I tripped."
And she's like, "Oops."
I'm tripping so hard I can't get off your head with the pillow. Yeah. So, what do you think of that? What do you think of that frightening ghost tale?
Horrifying.
Right.
It can't
Because the problem is, then you've got a tip.
Right. Yeah. Like, what do you tip a ghost?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much do you tip a ghost?
So you leave all your spare change there for the ghost, or like?
Well, the problem is you've got to do the currency exchange with inflation. So if she died in like 1930, and you were supposed to give her $20, that's like $800 now that you've got to give her just for inflation.
Got to account for inflation.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like, you also have to give an extra tip because not only is she doing this, but she's doing it as a ghost. So wouldn't that be more impressive?
And she's doing it so well that she can clean the room while you sleep. It's fantastic.
I don't know about tipping for it being more impressive. I mean, it's just
you don't find it impressive that a ghost is cleaning your room and making your bed while you're in it?
No, that was her job, right? That was what she got hired to do. So,
but she retired, and somehow when she died,
apparently
part of her didn't.
She didn't want to retire. So,
I guess
I've
that's
seen
true.
people like that working at McDonald's. They're like real old, and they just They're like, I don't feel like retiring, so I'm going to work part time at McDonald's. So that's probably just what happened. Like,
Yeah, they didn't have a Walmart for her to go be a ghost
she couldn't be
greeter.
a ghost greeter. So she's like, you know what? This is all I know. So I'm going to go make some beds up.
Would you be more willing?
She's probably always like, these goddamn kids messing these beds up all the time. Like,
Just clean this room.
Just clean this up.
Would you be more willing to go into a Walmart or a McDonald's if ghosts were running it and like
Oh,
running it?
100%.
That'd be all right. Yeah. I'd go to this hotel if I knew this lady was just making my bed for. I mean, joke's on her. You don't even have to tip her. She's a ghost. I mean,
but what if she's following you home?
Why would she do that? I
She make my bed at home.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, right. Like, what if this is a win-win situation?
This is her threat.
You know?
I'm going to follow you home and do your
I'm cleaning
dishes.
your house.
Oh,
How about that?
no.
All right. Maybe we should turn up the fright a little bit to some of the scary.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Stanley died in 1940. Not in the hotel.
Of course.
But
Did he die before or after this lady?
I believe he died
Before
this.
Because she said she worked there for 50 years.
Yeah.
It opened in 1907.
I think she retired in like 49. I saw.
Yeah.
Mr. Stanley died in 1940. Guess what? His spirit decided to haunt the hotel. Many guests have claimed to see him either walking around the billiard room or around the bar, or many guests have claimed to go to the bar to drink and they see a man sitting at the end of the bar drinking. And it's him.
This is Devil Man you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the guy some people say was devil. And that is his that's his thing. He makes noises and drinks.
How dare he at his own hotel?
In the pool table.
Who the hell does he think?
Have these people ever been to another bar? Because there's a lot of people that drink and make noises at the bar.
And some of them look like they've been dead for a while.
Yeah, that's for sure. The quote unquote regulars.
The
People
locals.
say it's terrifying because like they'll think they're alone going to the bar and they'll be sitting there drinking and they'll see a guy sitting there and they'll look and he'll just be gone. And they'll ask somebody like, "Hey, who was that guy sitting drinking?" They'll go, "There was no one there." Then they'll see a picture of the owner of the hotel and go, "Oh my god, that was him."
How evil!
Are you scared yet?
I'm so scared.
No.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
It's going to take a little bit more than that to get me,
Well,
I guess.
Oh, just wait. Just wait, Jeff. A couple years later, his wife dies. Guess where her spirit ends up?
The trash.
In the
toilet.
hotel.
The hotel. Okay.
In life,
Okay.
it is
All right.
said that she loved playing the piano in the hotel. People said after she died, sometimes they see her spirit walking around the piano. Some people say at late at night, if you listen, you can hear the twinkling of the piano keys as if she's trying to play in death. She's a ghost that plays the piano.
That seems like
Hopefully.
what modern management might tell guests so that they don't find out there's rats in the hotel.
Yeah.
No, it was a ghost. Trust us.
Trust us. It was a ghost.
Well, you wouldn't be scared if you're like at night, you're like laying in your bed trying to sleep in this hotel and you just hear ding, 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 ding.
I'd be more angry than.
Well,
Like,
you
who
go
was
down there.
playing the piano at 2 a.m?
You go down there, guess what? No one would be there.
So they ran away. Like what? Like
Well, it was a ghost.
unless you sit there and watch the piano all night.
Well,
And in which
enough.
case, you're doing it to yourself anyway. So what?
What button on the hotel phone do I hit to get the ghost maid to go take care of the
Yeah.
ornery pianist gate?
well, I mean,
ghost?
that's not really her job. That's her boss's wife. Why would you
Look,
make her
there's
do that?
there's a crisp 20 in it for her.
Well, okay. Okay.
Ghost,
Okay.
Ghost
pianist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loves a little ghost pianist.
Okay. Fair enough. Did you say ghost penis?
No. Why would anybody
How
say
dare you?
No,
Yeah,
I
that's-
didn't know.
You're
He said
gross.
ghost, he said ghost penis.
Well, listen, that might come up later. A ghost penis, okay?
Well, you're telling the story, so
Yeah,
I guess we
all
can't
right.
stop.
I'm sure it will come up.
right.
Mhm.
All
Come
right.
up.
Fair
Mhm.
enough. All right, I was scared
Ghost
yet.
penis. Mhm.
Hint, hint. Wink. All right, I haven't scared you yet. Okay. All right. All right, maybe this tale will scare you a little bit more. The hotel was actually built on a cave system. Apparently, back in the day, it was considered if you saw hotel
which day?
Back in the day, not the day, the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not capital T.
Yeah, not capital T, lowercase t.
Okay.
Back in the day, it was rude. The customs in a hotel was it was rude to see most employees wandering around. So a lot of hotels had like back hallways and stuff that employees would travel. Well, this hotel was built on top of a cave system, so they actually used the cave as a passageways for the hotel employees to kind of travel. Apparently, it was frequented by the cooks, and legend goes that one of the pastry chefs that dies haunts those caves, and apparently you'll know he's in there because you'll be walking through the little cave shaft or whatever underneath there, and you'll smell baked goods.
Cave shaft. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like a sub hole.
Yeah, it's like a sub hole. Yeah. It's like a little tunnel underneath the hotel. And apparently, he wanders around there. People don't really claim to see him, but they assume he's in the area because they'll just randomly smell delicious baked goods.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that the Stanley Hotel is the converted Bruce Wayne Manor.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah.
I have often heard of ghost bats. So.
And it smells like baked goods. So
yep. I thought this was a DC movie.
All right, so that didn't scare you guys? That scare you guys?
That almost got me. That almost got me.
Okay.
Oftentimes delicious smells do scare me. So.
Okay.
That's a real phobia. Look it up. I'm afraid of delicious smells.
Okay.
In caves.
So, all right. Well, how about this? So, there's 2 rooms in the hotel that are considered very haunted. It's room 217, which is the ghost maid that I told you about.
Wait, does she only make the bed in that room?
Yes.
Well, then you're always asking for that room.
That's even worse. Like,
so no tip then?
That's an even lamer ghost.
Now she's kind of lazy.
What if I'm in 213 and I need my bed made?
You gotta make it yourself
while you're in it. Only while I'm in it. Though.
Only while I'm in it. That's a little molester, right? Like you're sleeping there.
It's funny.
This ghost comes up and gets you.
It's funny you say the M word because the second most.
Oh yeah, she's not that kind of ghost.
She's not. But the second most haunted room in the hotel is considered room 407. And apparently they don't know who it is, but there's a spirit that haunts that room that is very unfriendly towards people who stay in that room, especially women. Many women have claimed that the spirit is too touchy and will try to touch them inappropriately, this ghost. And many men have claimed that when they've taken in this same room, when they've taken their wedding ring off to shower, that they'll look and they'll see something pick their ring up and throw it down the drain.
Well, first off, that just seems like an excuse for being careless. Like, no, the ghost threw it down the drain, dear. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the room where the adulterers stay.
It
went down the drain, honey.
Like, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
I literally saw it get up on its own
got me
and go down the drain.
Got it again. That ghost.
I think
it's up to it.
I think it's weird that like for women it's like overly touchy. For men it's like throw your wedding ring right in the
You're
drain.
free, brother. Go do your thing.
Yeah, that seems a little. So, are they sure it's just not a guy from the bar?
They say it's a spirit because there's no one in there. Like women will say they'll feel something too touchy and touching them, but there's no one in the room with them.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then. This ghost is a prevert.
Yeah, he's a pervert. He's prevert and pervert.
No.
Yeah.
Because he's a ghost, he's a prevert.
Yeah.
Or a postvert, I guess.
Well, a postvert, yeah. I guess, that would be more apt, I guess.
So you know what? This is sound like to me the worst hotel in the world. You go
like
there,
the stupidest hotel in the world. Like
you got some drunk ghost sitting at the bar, some ghost who is playing piano hours a night. Anytime you go on the first floor near some stairs that go down to the caves, it just smells like baked goods. And then there's a pervert ghost up in room 407.
playing playing grab ass.
Yeah, or throwing your wedding ring down.
Who's the grab ass ghost supposed to be?
They don't know.
Is that like, oh, well, they don't even know who he's supposed to be. Like, at least all the rest of them.
He's riffraff.
Yeah. He's just like the ghost of the homeless guy that used to live outside or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but they claim that there's other ghosts haunting the hotel. They just don't know who they are, because many guests in various rooms and hallways and stuff have claimed to. Many guests in their rooms claim at the middle of the night they'll be awoken to feel someone sitting on their bed, and when they wake up and hurry up and turn the lights on, there'll be no one there, but there's a butt impression at the foot of their bed.
that's weird.
Right? Many people also claim to see shadow figures walking through the hallways and walking through their rooms, see flickering lights, hear eerie laughter coming from the hallways and stairwells, and see objects move on their own in their room. And many unmarried couples who go to stay at the hotel in various rooms have claimed that in the middle of the night, when they're sleeping and like they're snuggling, they'll feel a force wedge them apart so that they can't touch, and then they'll wake up to the lights.
Yeah, that's because they're living in sin.
Grab ass ghost?
Well, no, this is any room.
Just any room? Okay,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to choose to live in sin openly like that, then you got to take what you could take.
But they're just can you imagine you're in the middle of the night, you're snuggling with your honey, and all of a sudden you feel something separate you, and you wake up, turn the lights on, no one there.
No, Eli, I can't, because it's impure.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's not how I roll. I don't know if that's how you roll. But
you're sleeping in bed with some random woman who's not your wife. Gross.
Fair enough. But yeah, those are the things people claim to see in the Stanley Hotel. If you watch like ghost hunting shows and stuff, they make it seem like it's a hotel to hell. But if you actually look at the stories, I'm pretty sure Donkey Lady runs this hotel.
I'm starting to see why Stanley Kubrick is disregarding all of Cokie McGee's ghost stories from this hotel.
Well, Stephen King definitely made his version a lot scarier.
Did he though? The big bad in his story is a freaking boiler, a steam boiler.
Yeah, I would teach him.
But or is it a ghost boiler?
Exactly.
I'm not sure what
that's how he is. Up the ante.
That
what's a ghost boiler?
The ghost of a boiler.
Like it died and just nobody told it.
Yeah.
Jeff is off to the races with his background.
That should be this hotel's motto. We put the boo in booty. You know what I mean? Like that, if they were smart, they would capitalize on. Yeah. Come and stay in room 407.
No, you can watch
good time.
You can watch ghost hunting shows where like people have died here and it could have been murder, and like it's terrifying. It's the gate to hell. Like,
has anybody ever actually died there?
I'm sure. Like a lot of people die in hotels frequently.
Yeah, I doubt you've stayed in a hotel that somebody hasn't died in.
But like, I mean,
motels, yeah. like when we went to
if you pay the extra $20 for a hotel,
well, somebody definitely died in that motel we stayed in.
Especially
Mothman, but
the room I was in.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's only because you saw them cart the body out before they checked you in.
Yeah.
No, I saw the aftermath in my room with all the marks in the wall and the broken furniture.
They're like, oh, don't worry, John Wick just stayed here.
But yeah, like, so it's crazy. Like, you watch these shows, and like, I was expecting when I would actually dig into the real legends and lores of this hotel that I was gonna find like a crazy haunted hotel, and really it's like not. It's just silly.
Well, even the crazy haunted places that I've heard of, the stories do tend to devolve into these sort of kinds of circumstantial evidence things. So.
You know what though? Like I grew up outside Moundsville Penitentiary, and like there were some dark stories, like real events that caused those hauntings. Made sense. I know Eastern Penitentiary is another one. Maybe that's just jails. Maybe haunted jails are actually scary.
Well, whether they're haunted or not, you name a penitentiary, and I'll tell you some horrific stories that happen there.
Yeah, I mean
it's a penitentiary.
That's pretty much.
Yeah, fair enough. So I have to ask, would you guys spend a night alone in this hotel?
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
I would even wear something a little special,
I
something
definitely,
jaunty.
But he was just
bust out my Daisy Dukes and head on over. You know,
he just threw your ring in the sink.
not if well. I mean, I'd trick him.
How would you trick him?
Don't you worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, get into that. So,
All right,
I got a plan.
All right,
It
you know, I
involves
just
room 213 and 407 or whatever.
what are you going to try to combine these
Yeah,
rooms?
We'll lure him down there to that other room. We'll have a big
Introduce him to the maid, and they'll get married. Jeff will officiate the wedding, and they'll live happily ever after. Story tells itself.
All right.
He's been looking for her. She's been making the room.
You can have the wedding in the cave with the baked goods.
Well,
exactly. The cake is being baked. I think we just cracked the code.
There's not actual baked goods, just the smell of baked.
So there's just, it's actually just a ghost wedding. It's a ghost. So he's not throwing their ring down the drain. He's just clumsy. He's trying to get a ring for his ghost bride.
Exactly.
Okay, then why is he being touchy with women that stay in the room?
Because
he's just trying to he's like, no, I get away. He doesn't
want not to live in sin. This is
he doesn't want.
So it's just accident. He
doesn't want the ghost maid to come in when there's a woman in his room.
He's trying to get her out. He's trying to get
jealous.
Okay, how come in every one of these stories you try to paint these things in a better light than what they are?
Because they're just misunderstanding.
Because it upsets you. Let's be real.
You know what? I don't know if I'd want to go ghost hunt with you guys. I'd be this hotel like, I'm gonna find this ghost, and you guys are trying to plan a ghost wedding.
Well, prove us wrong, and I'll use your own logic. Have you ever seen a ghost hotel
that didn't have a ghost wedding?
Didn't have a ghost wedding? Have you?
Have you been to a ghost hotel before?
I have not been to a ghost hotel. No, I have not.
There you go.
Have you ever had your bed made?
Yeah, I've made my bed.
By a ghost?
There you go. How do you know that the ghost didn't help you make your bed? You don't.
Well, I think I could tell if someone was helping me make my bed.
Could you?
How, did Whoopi Goldberg know when a ghost was in her body? Not at first, right?
No, not at first, but
perhaps you're
different.
Getting possessed by a maid ghost that's making your bed and you're thinking you're doing it. That's all I gotta say.
But then why wouldn't she eventually tell me so we can make pottery
together? Why would
together?
she tell you?
So we can make pottery together.
No, she's trying to get married. She doesn't care about you.
Her husband's waiting, or her fiance, excuse me.
Yeah,
is waiting for a second.
Then why didn't she just go haunt the same room with him? Why did she go to the whole?
She doesn't know he's there. Yeah. It's star-crossed lovers. It's a tragedy of romance.
These are more ghost rules.
That is a ghost rule. Ghosts can't see each other.
Ghosts can't see each other. Yeah,
that is a ghost rule. I'm real impressed that you memorized my ghost rule stuff.
What are your? Do you remember what all your ghost rules are?
Yeah.
Probably don't because you made them up as you went. So
ghosts can't open doors. Everybody knows that.
And ghosts look up.
Ghosts can look up because they have human necks.
Yeah. And they walk backwards.
They can walk backwards, but baby ghosts can't. Okay. Ghosts can't open doors. All right. Everybody knows that. Ghosts can't see each other. Everybody knows that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's the greatest tragedy ever told. These two star-crossed lovers.
Yeah.
They're trapped in their rooms because they can't open the door.
Right. If the door's closed. If the door's open,
they can't see each other.
Then they can get out.
Well, then they're just being lazy.
No, but they might be a young ghost and might not know the ghost rule yet. So they're afraid to leave.
1907 isn't really that young. So
she died in like the 50s.
And that's still like
but in ghost years ago, ghost years are different. It's like 20 years is like one ghost day.
The ghost year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is obviously the whole story is that this is the reason she went back to work. She was having an affair with this man at work who probably worked in maintenance or something like that when she had the big tragedy of the hotel exploding around her.
That didn't kill her.
It didn't actually do anything. She's like,
put her in a coma for 2 years.
She was in a 2-year coma. He went on and lived his life. His wife passed. Yeah. They never had kids. He went back to the hotel. She finds out he's at the hotel, so she goes back to be with him.
Mm-hmm. They're reconnecting.
Yeah.
The rest writes itself. Yep.
You guys should write this story.
We just did.
I feel like
you can call it
The Shining too.
Instead of calling it The Shining, you call it like
The Hining.
The Hining. Polishing. Okay. I like The Hining.
Or The Wedding.
Well, I mean, but like, there's only a couple ghosts in there, so like,
It'd just be
How many
ghost
ghosts
wedding.
does it take to get married?
Yeah,
yeah. But if you're gonna have a wedding, you don't want there to just be 3 people there.
we can have the hotel guests there. It doesn't.
That's
There's
not gonna
like the
freak
two.
them out. If you're like, hey,
No, that'll be
everybody,
fine.
thanks for staying here. We can, by the way, we would like you all to attend
We
a
got.
ghost wedding.
I mean, we got the music. We got the the baking for the cake. We got the bride and groom. We got
Exactly.
the
But
wedding
there's
ring.
not actual baked goods, just the smell of baked goods.
How do you know?
Ghost baked goods.
You
Duh.
can't, yeah, like are you an expert on ghost baked goods? You know, like,
I mean, I know the ghost rules.
what ingredients are in them? I mean, you don't even know.
No ingredients,
So,
because it's just the
exactly.
smell.
They're ghost baked goods. So
But you can't eat a ghost baked good.
yeah, because I'm not a ghost.
Exactly. They're not making it for you.
They're making it for the other ghosts. What like? No.
Oh my
even...
god! I just want to go. I just want to go ghost hunting with you two. Because I'd be like, there's a ghost of a serial killer who murdered 50 children in here, and you'd be like, well, was he just trying to save them? And like accidents happened.
Yeah, I think it's bad publicity, it sounds like.
Well, I mean, then technically this is Stephen King's fault.
It is, you know.
Or is Stephen King the wedding planner?
But then why would he
Ooh.
write a book about this terrible
To
haunted
make
hotel?
it famous so that
Exactly.
the ghost maid would remember about it in her ghost life and come back.
But she was already a ghost by the time he stayed there.
Exactly.
But yeah, but everything didn't start. She's like, oh wow, I remember that hotel. And I remember Dirty John from the whatever he was, the jailer or
Dirty
whatever.
John.
I don't know. Yeah. You know?
But what you don't know, Eli, and
Okay.
the rest of the story is that the reason Stephen King took his wife there for this break while he was writing The Stand is because he's the illegitimate son
Of these two.
of the ghost maid.
Mhm.
He's always drawn back to this place.
He's trying to reconcile them.
Even though he was
It's like
weren't
it's like
made.
Ghost Parent Trap.
Oh, Ghost Parent Trap. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's trying to trick them into getting back together.
And he just wrote The Shining to make
Yeah.
ghost money, so he
Yeah.
could spend all it. Like, we gotta get a lot of people at this hotel.
Somebody got paid.
That's
for
why
it.
he was so angry about what Kubrick did. Because
Yeah.
obviously this is his family's legacy story.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it was
Yeah.
being
No
being
one-
pooed
yeah,
upon by
yeah,
this
yeah.
random director.
Then is
Huh.
all of his stories about his family?
Of course they are. Yeah. Uncle Pennywise, a freak.
Oh, okay. 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 Fair enough. Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
He's,
He
he's,
bought a lemon once.
Maximum bought a lemon. That was Carrie.
Yeah, or Christine. You mean?
Christine.
Oh,
I mean,
Christine.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Maximum Overdrive was he was a over the road trucker for a stint.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he just out of college. You know, you want to see the country.
Yeah,
So he
right.
became an over the road trucker for a little while, and that was about his tales when he was on the road.
Oh, and the Green Goblin truck chased.
No, he was in the Green Goblin.
Oh, he was driving. Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah, that was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of embellishment. You know what? He doesn't. It's not a biography. I mean,
Right.
like,
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's be honest. If Stephen King is over the road trucking, he is running people.
yeah,
off
like
the
what are you
interstate
talking
constantly.
about? Like, we're not like.
He is not slowing down for anyone.
I don't know, but I just found it funny that this guy who probably single-handedly made people believe this hotel was as haunted as it was, because really it's still a bunch of silly ghosts. Silly
Those are the
goose
best
ghosts.
kind.
But like everybody now, like people go there and ghost hunting all the time, and they have like a ghost hunting thing there and all kinds of stuff, because now it's like terribly haunted.
And I'm sure they do all that for free, right?
Oh, I mean, there's a charge. But that's just
what?
Oh,
that's
weird.
just for that's just for upkeep.
Mhm.
Yeah, hotels only open during the summer. It's like the Dirty Day. Oh my God! Wait a minute. This is like the Dirty
Did you just
Dancing
put your
hotel.
pants a little bit?
A little bit. What if you did Dirty Dancing in this hotel? Like you had the movie Dirty Dancing, but it was based in this hotel.
Patrick Swayze wakes up with his bed made around him, like
Oh my God! The sequel
Yeah.
to it could be Ghost.
Ghost. Yeah, see,
That
They
could
all
be the
get all-
sequel to it.
Well, isn't Patrick Swayze Stephen King's son?
No,
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Not even a little bit. Come on,
I mean,
man.
no, I'm sure his
Do you know
son.
that for sure?
His son is
You-
Joe Hill, who's
you-
an author.
Did you go and did you get DNA test?
I
Have you seen a DNA test? Have they ever got a DNA test?
I don't think they have.
Well, how did they know then? You can't know for sure.
Have you ever seen them in the same place?
What? Stevie King and Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, didn't Stephen King have that scene in Roadhouse?
I'm sure he did.
Where he was driving a truck.
Yeah, he drove the green goblin truck.
Screaming about the ghost out the window.
Yeah.
The double deuce. He drove it right by the double deuce. Screaming about ghost out the window.
Seems logical.
I just think if there's one thing we can blame for people making us think this was actually a super haunted demon hotel when it's not, I think there's one culprit in this story, and that is cocaine.
The sneef.
Yeah, I think because like what's weird is like he's not like I saw ghost. He's like I had a bad dream about my son being chased by a fire hose in this hotel.
Even his dream about it is stupid.
Yeah, like that should have been his first clue. He'd be like, a fire hose?
Yeah. That's a whole Freudian thing that he needs to unpack.
Well,
It has nothing to do with ghosts.
Like I said, the story goes he woke up scared in a cold sweat.
So what did Patrick Swayze say about getting chased by a fire hose?
You know what? I don't think he liked to talk about it because he never once brought it up.
No, that seems weird, right?
Yeah, he never.
Did he ever play a fireman in any of his movies? No, he did not.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
See?
He didn't play a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Wait, did he?
No,
No,
sure?
of course he didn't.
I only know of one firefighting movie, and he wasn't in it.
Is that
That's the only firefighting movie on it.
And Patrick Swayze was not in it.
He was not in that.
No, that was Dennis Quaid, a poor man's Patrick Swayze.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I said it. He's the Aldi's brand Patrick Swayze.
I'm sorry, but Backdraft's main character was Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Was it the remake or no?
McReady himself.
I'm thinking of not Backdraft. What's the other one where
That's the
Towering Inferno.
where Dennis Quaid was
The
talking
Rock.
to his son through the radio and they were firefighters?
I don't know this movie you've seen.
I don't think they were
exists.
firefighters. I think that was that one where they were like forced firefighters or whatever? Like they weren't
That's
like
still a firefighter, right?
No, that's those guys aren't the type of firefighters I'm talking.
You're talking about Hot Shots?
Oh, Frequency. No, it's Frequency. It's about him.
That
him
was
and
that
son
movie
of
with
firefighters.
Jodie Foster where her dad was an alien.
No, that's Contact.
No, that's what you put in your eyes.
No, that's Eye Drops. Oh my god, I swear. It's getting harder and harder when we talk to you too.
Well, then my job is complete.
It's getting harder and harder every week while he talks to us. I don't know how I feel about
That's for sure.
Well, like, listen, I'm not saying that I'm hanging out in room 407, but
that. You would.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
What if it's just the predator in there with his invisibility?
So it's not actually a ghost.
Yeah. No. Yeah. What if it's just the predator? Like,
So
He's just in there booping bottoms just for the heck of it.
and like throwing their rings in the drain.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
why is he making baked goods in the cave?
It's a different ghost, dude.
What are you talking? Like the different predator. What do you?
Oh, so there's
Predators
multiple
have to eat.
predators in the
Yeah,
hotel.
predators have to eat. What do you?
So this hotel's run by predators.
Yeah, their food's cloaked too.
Oh, okay. But you can smell it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, their technology's only so advanced. Though.
Right. Yeah. Don't mind their laser guns. But they don't know.
They have cloaking devices. What laser guns? What's that have to do?
Because you're like their technology can't cloak smells, even though they have these
that's can't.
complex
Eli,
laser systems.
Can you cloak smells, Eli?
Do you know
yeah,
Then
anything
maybe
about
not cast
Febreze.
aspersions.
Do you know
It's called
how
Febreze.
anything the predator has works? Do you have a degree in predatorology?
I do not have a degree in predatorology.
Well, then
You have an undergraduate at least?
No,
yeah.
didn't
Hush
even
up.
minor.
Over there. Did you minor
Didn't
predatorology?
even minor in predatorology.
Then hush up over there. So, that's all I'm gonna say.
I love this new thing of how I tell these legends we shit on them and then you throw it
Well,
away.
imagine they're down there and they're like after a night of grab ass cakes and playing the piano, drinking at the bar. Like
It's the
having a
bachelor
good time.
party.
They're like, You're not laughing.
They're at the
Like,
bachelor party.
I feel like when people do see them, they'd be like, "Holy shit, that's a predator, not a ghost."
How are you going to see them? They have cloaking
But some
devices.
people have claimed to see shadow figures and see.
That's
people.
what you would see in a
That's when they
cloaked
moved.
predator.
Do you remember
yeah.
when the movie when they moved?
Yeah.
You can see kind of the outline.
Okay, but what about when they? What about they say they
Predators.
see actual people though?
No, they're predators.
Oh, okay. So
It's lighting. That's
the lady just makes them look like humans,
yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
roughly humanoid shape.
Exactly.
except for they're like 8 feet tall.
Well, I mean, it's forced perspective.
People
Oh.
are 12 feet tall, according to Jeff. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Bigfoot's
that's
36 foot
Bigfoot.
tall. So I don't know.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
sure
No,
you know what you're talking about. That's the
the only
cast dispersion on my fears.
the
You know,
only
glass
thing
house over here.
I think that could make the story of Stanley Hotel cooler if there's like, and also people see Bigfoot wandering around outside.
No, Bigfoot wouldn't associate with predators.
Yeah, Bigfoots and predators are arch enemies.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
that's-
everybody
That's
knows
well
that,
recorded
like,
history.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so Bigfoot won't even come anywhere near this hotel.
no. I mean,
No.
he would, but the
He's the
predator-
one who tried to blow it
Yeah.
up.
They
If-
forbade him from coming.
Oh, he's the one that left the gas on.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's the one who broke the gas.
that
line,
would
yeah.
that would breach the treaty of 1906.
That's when the treaty started. When the
Yeah.
hotel was built.
Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly.
Whoa. I'm just impressed you remember that year.
Well, that's because the original cave was a
Was
Bigfoot.
a Bigfoot.
home.
Yeah.
Oh, Predators took it.
All I'm going to say is some concessions were made.
Exactly.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I don't want to get too far into it, but
All
we're
right.
not going to go down that rabbit hole on this show.
Yeah.
This isn't the kind of show for that.
No,
And
not the.
Yeah, the Agricolati has all of
Oh,
the
yeah,
historical
right,
on
yeah.
that
Of
stuff.
course, they're fucking back. Of course.
Is this hotel in a rural area?
Of course,
It
it
is.
is. Yeah.
Well, that's all I have to say.
I can't wait for the day I find a tale that actually scares you guys a little bit.
You
Well, I
were
mean,
really close tonight. I'll put it
Yeah,
that.
you almost got me with the piano.
The piano? That what got you?
It was the baked good smell for me.
Well, yeah, that's terrifying. So you mean I'm gonna go drink and have a good time, eat some baked goods, and play the piano, and then get my bed made for me?
No,
or get my tushy
possibly-
touched.
That's the
possibly
scary
get some-
part.
Some
You're
ass
gonna
grabbing? Yeah,
smell,
that's,
no, that's the scary part. You're gonna smell delicious baked goods, but you're never gonna find them
How do you know? Did they
because
look for
no
them?
one ever finds them. They just say
They-
smell.
You didn't say that. You said they just smelled them. You didn't say they didn't look. You know where I bet they are? The kitchen.
Just shooting in the dark here, right?
Yeah,
Jeff?
I mean, like,
I think we should apply to be the caretakers one winter.
yeah.
That way, there's no one watching us. We have the whole winter to try to figure this out.
Pick
try
up-
to
They
find
would
them
look
baked
at
goods.
us for 5 minutes and say, no.
No.
What? Why? We all look professional.
Have you seen us?
We all look like professional, distinguished gentlemen.
Professional what?
Ghost
Exactly.
hunters.
Ghost hunters. There you go.
I kind of think like we should pitch a TV show where us three goes and tries to search for these things.
Using
Yeah.
our logic and
Precisely.
process. Yeah.
Precisely.
I'm not going searching for no predators.
Okay, well, we won't have to go to the Stanley Hotel then. What if we just stood on the outside of it?
All right.
Because no one claims to see anything on the outside of it.
Okay.
No, our
There's still-
shtick for our show would be us making the plans to go to a really haunted place, and then the whole episode is our explanation of why we didn't
Yeah,
go.
why we didn't go?
We see George Bunnyman Washington.
Washington. Then a carrier pigeon.
I think they would put an episode and a half on air before they cancel us.
I don't know, man. The pilot would be off the charts, I think.
Exactly.
Well, where would we go for the first episode?
Anywhere, it doesn't really matter.
We're not going anywhere. You know?
Yeah, we're going right here. This is where we're going. Like, I'm going into my office. That's what like that was the whole point. I thought you got that.
Well, I thought we'd
Our
stay on
pilot
the-
would be, and this is the part that would break Eli's heart. Our pilot would be going to Skinwalker Ranch,
Yeah,
which we obviously never
we're
go
not
to.
gonna go. Yeah. Like-
And the episode would be Eli in his floaties, in his water wings, greased up with this sad, sulky look on his face. You guys suck.
You're so
If we got invited to go, I would go. I wouldn't care if you guys made it or not.
wow.
I'd be
Rude.
outside that
And the
gate.
band breaks up even before
I
it's
know,
stripped down to my underwear, and they're like,
All right,
"What are you
all
doing?"
right,
I'm like, "Just let
Yoko.
me in. Just let me
Reel
in."
it in.
Oh, you're not Yoko. I'm not the Yoko of this group. I'm gonna find. You know what? I'm gonna find a legend tale. I'm gonna find one. I don't know when, or where, or how, because for once I was like, "Oh, this is actually gonna be a scary one," and then I started digging the real ones. And I went, "Oh, like none of this is scary. Not even that interesting."
Yeah, that's weird. Like it is literally not scary at all. Like
No,
it's
like,
it's fun.
The ghosts are doing like regular things. Okay, like I don't, you know.
you watch like shows like Ghost Hunters, and I think Ghost Adventures with their stuff, and they're like, "This hotel is a portal to hell. People died, and there's ghosts that do this. Based on Stephen King's." And then like I'm actually reading what the people that are there actually say, and I'm like,
Do they still have that bathtub that flew out in the yard or whatever?
I'm assuming they got rid of that.
Oh. See, why wouldn't they
Still
keep that?
sitting on the lawn.
Yeah, it's still on the lawn.
They never moved it.
Because it's haunted.
Yeah. Is there somebody that gets a ghost bath every night or whatever?
Like they're like one guest, they drive a drawing. You can go out, sit naked in our yard tub,
Yeah.
see if a ghost will bathe you.
Like, see what happens, you know? Roll the dice.
And
I still maintain that my experience and the stories I've heard is if you actually hear the stories of quote unquote haunted places, they're all pretty silly stories like this. It's
Most
all
of the
very
time.
superficial.
Yeah, it's all.
Well, Dave, you actually went to a hotel. Did you go inside or anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did they tell them, like, they make it seem like it was scary, or people just like, oh, whatever?
Well, I mean, in my case, I was in a negligee and I was asking for the key to 407.
Yeah,
So
they're
okay.
like,
it was a short conversation.
yeah, they're like, sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Like,
I mean, you can't see it in this picture in my background,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
not wearing anything but that hat.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
That's why I had that determined look on my face too.
Is that before or after the police came?
That's what I was waiting for. them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
At least they let you
During-
wait in the yard.
Exactly. I'm sitting on the bathtub, as a matter of fact.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
Did you get a ghost bath?
That's none of your business.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. Fair enough. Fair enough. But like, but no, seriously, when you went in, like, was it like, did people just like really not talk about this? Or it's like, it's whatever.
No, it's their whole world. I mean,
I
is
figured.
it is a tourism kind of thing. And all joking aside, the thing that was most jarring for me that I hadn't really mentally prepared for, having seen The Shining many, many, many times, but I always see the exterior, which is a hotel in Washington State. But then to see a hotel that looks nothing like the Overlook, and then to walk through the front doors and immediately be in the Overlook
Oh, wow.
is jarring.
Yeah. Gives
And
weight to
obviously
the
it's
actual
updated,
movie.
but you can still tell that. I mean, obviously they've played into what Kubrick did there, so they kind of preserved a lot of it. But it is jarring to, like I said, walk into a hotel that has nothing to do with that movie and then be on the movie set. It's pretty cool.
All right. Was that probably the only scary thing about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
other than the kitsch of them playing up the story, I mean, I was there for it. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's the reason I went there, was to hear the story. And they do have a hedge maze in the back, but the thing's like waist high.
I just see you laying on your stomach like, I'm lost. It's like, stand up, Dave. No.
Sir, put the axe down. It's not funny. Quit chasing the children.
Why aren't you wearing clothes? Oh God. Well, that's another legend we ruined for another place. Maybe that's to be the point of our show. We just
ruin legends.
legends and lore for these.
or are we updating them?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I
We're
don't think we
bringing them-
ruined anything. I think we just
mean,
we finished the story. We brought
Yeah.
it full circle.
Oh,
we
okay.
explained what the hauntings are. That's what Jeff and I bring to the story, or to
Right.
the story each
table
week.
here.
is-
I'm not
Right.
sure what you bring, Eli, but
I-
you set them
I-
up and we knock them down.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm here
Literally.
for. Yeah. I
Eli's at one end, desperately trying to set up pins in the bowling alley, and me and Jeff are just throwing everything we got.
not anymore. I enjoy finding ones like, especially like, 'cause, like when I first started, I was like, oh, well, this ain't. But I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great, because when I talk about the lady who blew herself up but didn't die, but then decided to go back and be a ghost there, I was like, they're gonna have a field day.
it seems like an odd choice.
It's a love story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a choice. I kind of just want to ask Stephen King, like, how much cocaine did you do? when you
All of
thought
it.
this was a scary
That's his
hotel.
answer.
Yeah, like,
How much did I have?
much-
That's how much I did.
I didn't actually take my wife. It was a giant brick of cocaine. It was
Didn't
just
realize
shaped
till he
like a
got
person.
there.
He
That was an awkward conversation in security at the airline.
he just drew a face on it.
Hi, this is my wife. Hello, honey.
Sir, no, it isn't. That's a brick of cocaine. How
that's
dare
a
you? How dare you?
Life-size brick of cocaine.
I'm Stephen
Slander my
King.
wife.
I'm writing The Stand. The what? Oh God, no. I think we ruined another one, boys.
We did the Lord's
I
work
don't-
again tonight.
I don't like the negative connotation of what you're implying.
All right, wait. Oh, how this? We didn't ruin. We revitalized.
Yeah,
We
there you
added
go.
our
Yeah.
fingerprint to
Yeah.
the legacy of
Mhm.
this story. As
I just hope one day, in the future, when people are telling some of these stories, they're like, "Oh, did you know George Washington's the Bunny Man?" Or, "Oh, did you hear the hotel's not actually haunted? It's just predators."
It's a wedding. It's a predator
Ghost-
wedding.
Predator wedding. And that one's not too touchy. He's trying to push women
Yeah,
out,
he doesn't-
make
he's
his
trying to
wife
get- yeah.
jealous. He can't control his ghost hands.
Exactly.
I think we revitalized another one.
Ghost got a tough on life.
Exactly. Yeah.
A tough on life.
Mhm.
But I thought they
Boom.
weren't ghosts. I thought they were predators.
There's both. So.
Oh, so it's
They're
both-
ghost predators.
I was gonna
duh.
say,
Oh,
they're
ghost predators. Oh, okay.
That's not for me to say. That's for other people to say.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Every week, Jeff, it's not for you to say, it's for other people to say, but you're the one saying it.
No, I'm just
He's
presenting
walking the
facts.
fine line of
Oh,
what he
okay.
can say.
I just
without
present
crossing it.
facts of reality, and it's up to people to interpret.
If
Okay.
they don't believe, that's on them. Jeff
Mhm.
does not care if they believe him or not.
Right, that's true. That's
Oh.
not.
All right. Well, how can I argue that?
You can't.
Exactly.
I can't.
That's kind of the point, right?
I can't argue. Can't argue.
Hold
the
on,
fact.
Stephen King's calling. Hello. Yes, we'll make you the next movie.
They want us to remake The
Yeah.
Shining.
Yeah.
I can just see us at the table.
The
All right,
Shining 2, Electric Boogaloo.
before we even start filming, we need you guys to give rights to the Predator.
Yeah.
The studio will be like, "What?"
Like, and Patrick Swayze's estate.
Yeah. And the movie Father of the Bride. Don't
Yeah.
ask.
Don't
And
ask.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Is Whoopi Goldberg free?
She's very free these days.
Yeah, she ain't doing much, right?
We're like,
She
"Hey,
don't know.
can you reprise the role of the psychic you played in the 80s?" Oh my God. Is she still on The View?
I don't know. I don't watch The View.
Why are you asking us?
Because I
that?
just want to make sure she has a free schedule,
She would quit The View for this.
Yeah, I
You
think
think so?
this
I'm
project.
yeah,
would
hello.
pique her
This is
interest.
as soon as we're like Predator Ghost Wedding. Yes, I mean,
I quit
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else in my life.
yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to that. All right. All right. Well, that's a thing. I feel like I don't want her to know.
Well, that's rude.
I'm like, listen, these two guys are gonna ask you something. I wouldn't even
Run
listen.
away.
I wouldn't even listen to them. Look, let me say 3 words: Predator Ghost Wedding. Don't make sense, right? Just go.
She was like, you don't have to pay me. She'll say.
Yeah,
Oh, she
Or-
did it for free.
Mhm.
Yeah. because
Just
it's
for
the only thing that makes sense.
this will be the pinnacle of her career.
Oh, Oscar. Get an Oscar for
Yeah.
this. We could change it. We could put other cryptids in like
Why would
legends
we
and stuff we
change
talked
it?
about. Because think about what if we had it haunted by this?
Here he goes.
Well,
He's
we
going to
already
bring
have-
all his
we're gonna-
frickus Texas
know.
folklore.
Here
That's
we
what I'm
go.
saying, right?
No.
We
If
already
you
have the
no.
Bigfoot and Predator and Ghost in it. That's enough.
Candy ladies making the
And
baked
Bruce
goods.
Wayne, obviously
No.
Bruce Wayne, because this
See-
is the Wayne Manor.
See, we're talking about a few different levels of cryptids here, right?
Exactly.
So ours are way up top, and your garbage is down on the bottom.
Yeah, if this is the MCU, me and
Yeah.
Jeff are talking about an Avengers movie, and you're
Yeah.
over there talking about Ant-Man or something.
Ant-Man.
some nonsense.
We are Endgame, and you are Disney Plus.
All right, fair enough.
Well, you know what? No. We're Endgame, and you are Batman versus Superman.
Now he's hitting below the belt.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe. How dare you? How
Was
dare you?
Stephen King's
Here's your
wife
jar
named
of
Martha?
pee.
You mean his brick of cocaine?
Yeah, yeah.
He
This
called-
is Martha.
It's when George Bunnyman Washington comes back in.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, so he's involved in this now too?
Well, yeah.
He makes a cameo. I mean, you
Oh,
know,
of course, yeah.
No.
Setting up
Who do you think brokered the deal between Bigfoot and Predator?
yeah. I mean,
George Washington
Of
Mhm.
course.
in 1909.
Yes. We've gone down this cloning
were
thing.
you listening last time we were talking?
Gosh,
No, because my
it's
head
like
was
you
spinning.
refuse to learn, Eli.
I'm just stuck in my ways. I'm just
I
stuck
cannot
in my
tell a
ways.
lie. I will broker this deal between the Predator and the Bigfoot. That's what he said. That'll be his line in the movie. He'll show up and say that.
And if you need
And-
proof, Eli, just think, where have most of the Bigfoot sightings been? What state?
Washington.
Boom.
What's George's last name?
Well, Washington.
Well,
Why can't you see the signs, man? It's so
I think that
clear.
about-
I
I
don't
think
think-
it about sums it up, doesn't it?
I don't think he was ever in the state of Washington.
Do you know that? Were you alive then?
No, but I mean, you can read history books.
Oh, you just
You
believe
read
everything
your
read
history
book?
books.
Yeah,
Oh,
like you
okay.
read yours. The big history out here is going to brainwash you.
Yeah, it's we'll just say it's circumstance that the
Yeah.
Bigfoot's main territory is Washington State, the
Yeah,
man who
it's- oh,
brokered
yeah.
the great deal between Predator. and-
Oh, yeah, of
It's
course.
just the
it's
coincidence. I
it's
bet.
just a coincidence. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm just assuming that we can safe
And
it's safe to
I
assume.
mean, I suppose it's also a coincidence that rabbits live in the woods and Bigfoot lives in the woods.
Exactly,
it's just
yeah.
a coincidence.
Yeah.
Just a coincidence.
rabbits kind of live more in fields and like brush.
And brush is where outdoors.
Oh,
And what's
okay.
outdoor? Woods are outdoors.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. All right.
Hey, believe what you want. That's
Yeah.
all I say. You know,
Well,
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm not here to convince you. I'm just
Our
presenting
story
facts.
doesn't change. You can believe
Yeah,
whatever
you
you want.
We've
look
been
f-
consistent on our stance. So.
Exactly.
I look forward to every episode that you guys somehow connected to Washington.
Well, when you really think about it, isn't he kind of connected to everything?
Not really,
He
no.
was the first president. So.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
wait
does
till we
that
start
matter?
bringing in some of the other agriculati. I mean, we've got a full cast of characters that have
What do
been
you
running
use
everything.
What do you use to get a room at the hotel?
money.
What's George Washington?
Oh my god, there's a lot of people on money.
Who's number one though?
George Washington. He's also at 25 cents,
Well,
There you go.
which is a little selfish that he has two forms of currency. Yeah,
I mean, I think he deserves it.
I guess.
What is the address to his house in Martha's Vineyard? 217.
Boom.
Is that real or did you just make that up?
I have no idea.
I don't even think he lived in Martha's Vineyard.
How many acres does he live on? 407.
Wow.
Boom.
Wow. Wow.
Just the facts here. That's all.
Who might argue the fact?
That's true.
I bring the story to you guys, and it's your job to present it in the real light.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
I guess we could say you're American heroes.
Well, it's not for us.
Well,
to
yeah,
say.
it's
Well,
not something
that's-
we're asking for.
we're not-
It's not a role
no.
we're looking for.
You should like get George Washington medals.
Knowledge is our reward.
Mhm.
I'll put it that
Oh.
way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, on that note. Okay. I don't want to. We don't want to let you guys humbly end this. Then, well, then, hey, everybody, thanks for listening to another episode of Campfire Tales. Like I said earlier, just pure whimsical chaos. Please make sure you subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you rate us 5 stars. It is November. It's 5-star month again. They're talking about doing it till the end of the year, so that's what you gotta do. Sorry. And if it's on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave us a review. Tell us the signs in the comments of where you see George Washington.
And don't forget that the kid who was the Shining was Doc. What's up, Doc? Bugs Bunny.
There's a
Done.
rabbit.
That was maybe the biggest stretch.
Whoa.
I've ever
Hey, you
seen
don't
in
have to
my life.
believe. Again,
Yeah.
you don't have to believe.
That's like saying
Building's white. Rabbits are white.
The
White
White
House.
Not,
George
not all
Washington.
rabbits are white though.
Mhm.
There's a lot of brown and gray rabbits.
That's a lighting trick.
A lighting trick?
Those
Mhm.
bunnies are undercover. They've been dyed.
Yep.
Oh, okay. But not all houses are white.
But the
The
White House
houses
is
that
white.
matter, though, are.
White House is white.
And so
This
is
hotel's
what?
white.
What else is white?
Stanley
Who's
Hotel.
that? Mhm.
But it has a red roof. George Washington had red
We're not going
hair.
to get into that symbology. Yeah.
George Washington had red hair.
Cherry tree. Cherries are red.
Cherries are red. And he had
Mhm.
red hair. You know what? You guys might convince me of this. I might actually start a Reddit page for the George Washington
You
throughout
should.
history.
Yep.
Definitely won't cause the FBI to knock on my door.
Yeah, it's not the FBI you
Yeah, it's not who you got to worry about.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. The agrochromonologic.
Yeah. No, we're not talking about the agronomical.
Oh, don't
That's
talk about
not-
the agronomical. Okay.
That is not for
I don't
public
want to get. I
knowledge.
don't want to get into that. No, that we can't. That's not for this show. We're not going to get into that.
Oh no, I misspoke. I meant
Yeah, people want to worry about the men in black. It's the men in overalls that you really
You
need to
got-
watch out for.
You really got to watch for.
Yeah, because they'll plant you in the ground.
Exactly.
What's in the ground? Carrots. What's eat carrots? Rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
What else lives in the ground? Rabbits.
You're on board. Choo choo.
All right. Well,
What's up, Doc?
Dave, you want to give our where they can find us and all that stuff?
What's
I'll
wrong,
let you
Eli?
do- I'm just gonna mess it up.
Well, if you
Like
want
a
to learn
brain
more
aneurysm.
about this three-ring circus we call the Wicked Wild Podcast and Campfire Tales, you can go to our website at thewickedwild.com. If you want to see our lovely faces and all these background references that we've made, you can check us out on YouTube, the Wicked Wild Podcast, and follow us and like. If you want us on social media, you only have one option. I don't even know how long that's going to last with the current situation, but we are still on Twitter for the time being at Wicked Wild. We are. That's the news of this news.
The news of the news.
That's the news that is news.
You know what else is news? Newspapers. What are papers made of? Wood. What's in the woods? Rabbits. What's in a
No,
rabbit?
you're messing it up.
Birds.
I was waiting to see where that was going to.
I was gonna drag it out as long as I could.
You know where I went? Right in the toilet.
Right in the toilet.
Right in the toilet.
Boy. Well, hey everybody. Check that out next time. And remember, in Washington, apparently we trust.
He's always watching.
Don't read the agronomical knock on.
What was it you said the other time, Jeff? Night is coming and his watch begins.
Yeah, his watch begins. Yep. I heard the night's dark and full of terrors, and you know.
And the terror is George Washington, a bunny mask.
No,
No, he's the protector.
He's the savior. He's like Jon Snow.
I don't remember Jon Snow wearing a rabbit's mask.
I say he's like Jon Snow. I didn't say he is Jon Snow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. 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 I don't want to be ridiculous. Well, hey, on that, everybody, don't be ridiculous.